有一个老太婆嘛，她住在一个偏僻的山上那边的一个草木屋，她每天念那个 Om Mani Padme Hum， 因为她有一次听错了，像你们念五个圣名号一样嘛，啊，有时候念乱七八糟，最好念准，不要找借口，知道吗？啊，成道还不知道，已经念错了，就每天 Om Mani Padme Hum， Om Mani Padme Hum， Om Mani Padme Hum。有时候他们那个口音这样嘛，不过也很灵，他们认为很灵。OK， 就像我刚来台湾的时候啊，去看寺庙，他们一天到晚走那个念咒，我在那边念阿弥陀佛，南无阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，我听奇怪，怎么都变豆腐？南无阿弥陀佛，他们本来还是南无阿弥陀佛，后来就阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛这样子，那个豆腐啊。不过也是有灵了，一定会有灵，不然的话念那么多干什么嘛啊？反正还是有灵了哈。自己灵就好了，专心了，念什么都会灵了。不专心就不灵。不过专心，然后有开智慧的话，跟灵就这样子而已。跟深那个灵感，跟进入那边，跟打到宇宙的深奥的那种角落啊。然后这个每天那个老太婆现在呢，那么什么Om Mani Padme Hum， Om Mani Padme Hum， Om Mani Padme Hum。那边西藏的法师都这样念 Om Mani Padme Hum， Om Mani Padme Hum， Om Mani Padme Hum， Om Mani Padme Hum。然后他听的也不是很清楚啊，都是老的聋的嘛，都是那个 Om Mani Padme Hum， Om Mani Padme Hum。他听这样子，他就念这样子啊。我有时候听那叫你们念那个五声明啊，你们都念乱七八糟的啊，叫了半天呢是念一样。所以这个故事一定是真的。所以他是这样念了好几十年了，没什么人那个打扰他，也没有什么佛觉得烦什么的啊，牛就牛嘛，算什么嘛，万物同一体啊。所以佛也没抱怨，他也很快乐这样。有一次有一位法师嘛，他经过那里，就不过晚上了，看到他家那边去有金光闪闪的，我觉得奇怪，怎么那么有好的修行的气氛呢？他就跑到那边去了，就去找那些大僧人大菩萨什么在世的，结果找不到任何人了，找不到任何人。他认为是也许他看错了，或是也许那个僧人是很难找的无形的，或是看到他来没有缘就隐形什么的，所以他也不知道怎么办了。又看到一个老太婆在那边吃布，老一次那个口里面念什么什么什么什么牛，他听到牛这样子，他就说你这边有没有一位僧人住这里啊？那个老太婆就说没有啊，只有我一个人在这里啊。他说奇怪呢，我在外面看到金光闪闪呢。那不过那顺便问了，你念什么牛那里呀？然后还要弄那个念咒什么的，偶尔念咒还有那个嘣嘣的，干勾勾的，有那个木鱼啊。然后这个老太婆就说我师父嘛，有一个西藏喇嘛传给我这个Om Mani Padme Hum的法门，那叫我每天念几万遍啊。我说一次念好几十年了，然后他说哎呀，不是Om Mani Padme Hum，Om Mani Padme Hum，你知道吗？Hum，那个老太婆就吓了一跳，说那原来这10几年我念不对了，哎呀，对不起，那你很感激你叫我那个对的佛号，不然的话我没办法超生啊。他就从那天Om Mani Padme Hum，OK。后来那个法师叫完了以后，就过了一夜在那边，然后就明天出去了。那个老太婆继续在那边的Om Mani Padme Hum 了，hum 那个然后那出去就看不到光了，那觉得奇怪，怎么没有光了？然后他就跑过来。他那你再念Om Mani Padme Hum看看， 然后那个老太婆就Om Mani Padme Hum很诚信嘛，因为她念Om Mani Padme Hum不习惯了，她分心了，她的最后那句都念不出来啊，好像哈哈哈，我是呼呼，我是咻咻什么的，然后念乱七八糟的，就说好了，算算，你念Om Mani Padme Hum了，他就开始再念，然后那个法师出去又看到金光闪闪了，特别是说那个专心是比较重要嘛，不过不要找借口哈。要念佛念清楚 ，OK， 谢谢啦，大家打坐吧。In
the beginning, we came here from like the Brahman heavens. We can fly, we can have magical power, we can communicate telepathically with our ears. We can see thousands of miles away. And then we begin to taste this and that, and then we eat more solid food, and then we became more solid now. That's why we cannot fly. And then we even begin to eat raw meat, kill other beings to eat. And then after that, we discover the fire, and then we eat more because it maybe tastes better, and then we discover other plants combined with the meat, and so on and so forth. And then our body became coarser and coarser, and heavier and heavier, and our mind also became clouded. Our soul, because connected with the mind and the body, feel also dragged down. And that's the result of us, the way we look, the way we behave right now. And then, because we like to eat more and more, we begin to fight with each other for food. And then we need houses because the body became weaker. The immune system used to be more refined, more holy, more wholesome, became weaker and weaker. With each generation, with each day passed, because we ate too many different things and animals and stuff. And then we had to fight with each other for survival. And then we need government to regulate the law, to make the rules. And then we need the police to keep the rules. And then the one who doesn't understand the rule are thrown in prison and get angry, come out, and revolution, etc., etc., and more karma all the time. So even now, after initiation, we still have the karma. Even the Maya is gone, the karma is already there. Cannot disentangle from the body, because it's like tearing your flesh. It would be horribly painful, physically speaking, or even spiritually speaking. I'm doing my best, you're doing your best. That's all we can do, huh? We are all trapped in here still, even though our soul is free. The time of initiation, you're free. It's still connected with the soul. There's a cord connecting. When it's severe, then you're gone. Yeah, and you're still connected. We are free. Yeah, it's just we have to wait for the prison gate to open to be completely free. It's just the process is going, yeah? But then we are still trapped in here, no? You're going to be out of prison, but we still need to stay here, abide the prison rules and all that, and it's really gruesome. One day in prison, they say, it's like the 1,000 years outside, that's what they say. 1,000 years in freedom is equal to 1 day in prison. The same with us here. Yeah. We know we are free, but we have to wait for the procedure and all that. No? Even then, I just don't like all these rules. Even if it's for training, even if for training, for good purpose, like for the people being to train themselves to be good, to become a Buddha even. This is too gruesome, too taxing, on any soul at all. And how can anyone ever make it? If it's not for God's grace or the Buddha's mercy, how can anybody ever make it? Look, it's so much meditation, one stage after another, and still in the Maya trap. And could even go to hell for that. Who can even support this system? But the way the world people behave, they're supporting it. They support alcoholism. They support torturing the animals. All the way. Everything. I support all the bad things. Yeah? Okay. All the vices, she said. Yeah. That means they support Maya. Maya making all this to seduce people, to entrap beings into the vicious circle of, life and death and punishment, torture, hell, all that. Even anybody would say, okay, hell is your own making, it's illusion, but it's really hell. You suffer just like you suffer here, except that you cannot escape, you cannot even die. This is terrible, terrible. If anyone on this planet really know what hell is, they would scare themselves to death. They would never dare to touch any meat, to touch any alcohol even, or to be, ignorant of the truth. They would search all their might, all their life, with their life even, just to know how to liberate themselves. They just don't know. No one is allowed to know even what hell is like, except only some who has been there, and because of Buddha or Bodhisattva interference, are allowed to come back to tell. Just like some people, a near-death experience, yeah? Not all of them come back, tell you. Just some are allowed to come back to tell you the story of what the heaven is like. And these are just maybe astral heaven even. And they like it so much. Some come back here just crying for weeks on end because they don't want to stay in this world. It's so suffering for them compared to that heaven that they have been to.
有时我们本来是全素而已，不小心啊，里面有放东西也没有列出来。吃越多越身体越不好，精神越比较激动啊，然后生气，然后大家都吵起来。你看啊，这样子呢，不是说世俗就可以安静快乐。被骗了，被骗了。有时候那个放动物成分在里面，认为这样才好吃，多卖起来，骗人家呢。有时候会放毒品在里面，他放毒品在什么那个肉里面给人家上瘾了，为了多生意，好恐怖啊！所以我们这个时代真的要真正保护自己很困难，大家要多谨慎，多小心 ，OK 哈，还好台湾政府现在有什么法律了，蔬菜的那个产品都要列出来清楚。不过我也不晓得他们进煮多少啊，最好自己煮给自己吃就好了，根本也不需要什么那个素肉啊，素肉我们自己同性弄是 OK 啊。我问问看是 OK， 有没有什么那些什么洋葱什么那些成分了啊？那别的外面我不知道，我不能保证了啊。OK， 因为要自己清净的，懂不懂？比方说偶尔吃一样没关系，不是煮那个给别人吃，偶尔一次啦，无所谓。而且不是打禅的时候吃比较好，因为打禅的时候就不能吃那些。吃那些就静不下来，了解吗？念头会很乱。我告诉你啊，不是恐吓你啊，不是释迦牟尼佛讲，然后我世界清楚，不是借力的关系，是自己的 ，OK， 是保护自己的关系。真正的师父亲身体验了 ，OK， 不是说是佛为什么讲那样子这样子，你不相信试看看。自己关门起来打坐3、4天，吃呢每天吃洋葱，我是吃1天呢也可以了，吃很多那有那些洋葱的，
大蒜在里面的 ，OK， 我是自己煮，放一些刚好好吃的，也不一定很多，然后打粥看看3天，然后来报告，师父这样对不对？不是说我吓坏你们干什么？我哪里叫你们就是像吓坏干什么呢？吃洋葱大蒜不是杀生啊，我哪里这样严格？我是劝你们而已 ，OK？ 还好，你看，所以释迦牟尼佛不讲又不行。如果他没有讲那些，我们怎么知道？奇怪，我师书呢是全书的，一点点动物也没有呢，怎么这心情也是不好？他情绪也放不下，不晓得是吗？哎，所以我们还是感谢他了，感谢佛，谢谢。
Remember a while ago in SMC retreat, Master saying something like, Master's level is so high now that Maya cannot touch Master, just through the disciples or the assistants around you that cause trouble for Master. But it seems now that Maya is able to disturb Master's retreat and meditation, making it difficult for Master. Or was it always like this, or is it recent?
Recent, more recent.
If so, what happened now that Maya is able to disturb Master's retreat?
Yeah, I'm also taken by surprise. Because the more disciples I have, sometimes they have different heavy karma. Recently, we have a lot more and more initiation.
Yes, Master.
More than ever before. Before, there's never the big number like 400, 700, something like that, 800. And now it's not an unusual thing. Okay?
I see, Master.
And most of so-called disciples, they came from so-called lower consciousness area of the world. And they still contacted or worship like local god or some ghosts or some demons in their local environment to heal sickness or to ask for favors, stuff like that. So when they come, they're full of garbage. And even after they got initiation, if they don't meditate diligently, they just come in and just want some favor or health or benefit or whatever, then these kind of demons and their ex-friend demons or local ghosts or goblins still can trouble them. And then the Master has very hard time to always take care of all this. Because these are some lower consciousness area of the world, their consciousness is already low and they're burdened with all these kind of invisible goblins or ghost energy, and it's harder to take care fast. And then the Master sometimes have to bear these consequences. Yes. So the Maya will use this kind of weakness time to come and trouble the Master, like a leaking roof. That also related to another question. You asked why I cannot tell you anything new about the new realms that I have accessed and passed through.
Yes, Master.
It is because I cannot just tell you everything. Many things I wanted to tell you, but number one, it's not necessary for you to know. Number two, it is the Maya hear it and then he will make trouble.
Yes, Master, I understand.
Even just recently, some months ago, during these few months, I even just disclosed a little bit about peace-related process details. And the Maya said, that will cost me 10% of my own peace from now. Wow. From that, because of that. So one time, and then just recently even, because that cost something, you see?
Yes, Master.
So they can disturb my peace. It's lucky that they won't disturb world peace, and that I don't care, okay? As long as the world peace is not disturbed or lessened, then I don't care. Because I reveal some of the info to you, and of course then the world also know how world peace comes about. Even if I did not plan in advance to reveal some of that, just some very small part, not even directly or not even big, not the whole part, and it still cost me 10% of my own peace.
Wow.
That's one of the reasons why the Maya can also disturb me, apart from having a large number of disciples come at the same time, at one time.
Yes,
They can disturb me directly even. No need to go through any of assistant or disciple that day.
Wow.
They even sent directly to me the disturbance through an entity called, he even had a name, he had a title called Peace Frightener.
Wow.
Means frightening you, scaring you. So his name, his title is called Peace Frightener. Even has a title, my God. And that entity manifests his power that rattle the lock chain of my door. It's as if somebody is trying to break the chain and mess it up with the chain, trying to break in. And he was roaring outside my door like a lion, like the sounds of many lions. It's incomprehensible what he was saying. It's just roaring sound.
Wow.
Like, oh, like that, okay? But bigger, stronger, like a loudspeaker. And then it cannot get in the house, so it sent some kind of flow of oppressive energy, dark and oppressive energy, through my door, and to kind of trying to pin me down physically. You will feel that, like physical, like somebody pin you down. The whole drama is just about 1.5 minutes, but it was unnerving. It's kind of unnerving. And I just stay on the chair where I work, waiting for it to come, to face it, to fight it squarely. But it moves away as fast as it comes, thanks to some interference by pressure from the protecting Eosku goddess. Then I feel free again.
That's very
I'm
scary.
not afraid of all that, but I just also need to feel well in order to do my work.
We understand, Master. We
The
understand.
Maya threatened to take away at least 10% of my personal peace. It's not just that he sent some so-called peace threatener to make trouble for me, but he also make other kind of trouble. All kinds of small things, big things, and make my dog sick, many at the same time, so that I'm really, my head has to really kind of roll around in order to organize all that. It's because all the dogs have to be separated into different rooms from all the healthy dogs, etc., etc. It takes a lot of work, headache. He's really punishing me hard, so I have to work as usual and then have no time to eat, no time to sleep, and I have to do all kinds of things like that. Just truly, relentlessly. So 10% of my peace is a lot already, apart from many other things that he does. The Maya, not just 10% peace alone, eh?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
So this guy is really hateful. I don't blame anybody if they hate him. So I tell you what I can, and whenever,
Thank you, Master.
Yes, thank you, Master.
whatever you need, okay? You don't always have to need to know. What I tell you is very little anyway. It's like a pinch of salt compared to the whole fields of salt making in the whole planet.
Yes, understand, Master.
It's not easy to be a master. You have no idea. I also don't have time to tell you everything about that. You don't need to know anyway. No need. It's not all very happy or pleasant or happy ending or good luck and stuff like that.
Wow.
If I don't have disciples, no one can touch me.
Wow.
Okay, not even God Almighty. This is what I meant by no one can touch me. No Maya can touch me. But because of disciple, they do. Yeah, new disciple all the time.
Yes, Master.
And people come in don't always meditate well. They don't meditate. Not all of them meditate well. They come in just ask for anything, healing or whatever, fortune and stuff like that. That's why when Milarepa studied under Mapa and before he departs from his master, Mapa told him, don't bother to go and save any humans. Most of them, they only ask for mundane things. Just go into the mountain somewhere and meditate and practice to liberate yourself. That will be good enough. Don't bother with any humans. That's why Milarepa have very little disciple, or no disciple, maybe just followers. He mostly only hide himself in some cave in the mountain and even have no food, no offering, nothing. He just eat some plants to survive. some plant that survive in such an area like Himalaya. Just eat them to survive, and then he looked green and grow green hair, just like the plant that he eats, nettle, I think.
Nettle plant. The
nettle plant,
yes.
Yeah. And because these plants, they have hair, green hair, growing around the leaf. So he eats a lot of them. That's the only thing he can find over there nearby, I guess, and it's easy to find in such a cold mountain like Tibet. That's probably the only plant he can find, or any other similar. So he grow green hair all over his body. His hair also became green. And then when people see him in the cave, and they were scared. They ask, "Are you?" And afterwards, they come back and see again, and look like normal, but you look so green and grow green hair. Are you a real human or you are ghost? And he said, "I'm real human." Remember?
Yes.
If you read those stories, yeah. I read it a long time already. I don't know, 40 years, half a century ago. Oh God, time passed so quick.
Now, I just want to tell you, just want to remind you, because all this story and the merit that you acquire when you take care of the Buddha stupas, or you offer to the living Buddhas or the past Buddhas or the Sangha, all this is for the ordinary people, okay? Yes, the people who want to be reborn again as God in heaven, maybe small God, big God, depends on their merit, yes? Or people who like to become humans again with richness, power. Remember, they all dedicate their merit for the next life to become king of this and, officials of that and gods of that heaven and this heaven. But this is not for us, okay? But it's good that you know. Also, it reminds you to practice well and to keep the precepts. Because. Yeah? Yes. Remember, even yesterday, for example, the old woman that repaired the stupa of the Buddha. Stupa means some small thing they built to put his maybe relic in it, or a statue to remind people that Buddha was there, existed, and practices, and so praying for some protection and merit. Yes? So she repaired it with 500 people. Oh no, 32 people, sorry. I always remember 500. This is different. 32 people. And then and these 32 people also came back always rich, wealthy, smart, strong. It depends on what they did, see? So she was smart, intelligent, beautiful, yes. And also have a very good temperament, moral standard, and met the Buddha practice already, yes. And that lifetime, a life after life, many lifetime like that. They were always rich, famous, and intelligent, beautiful. Yes. But always being chased by the karma, because they killed just one buffalo. One buffalo only. Always killed, died in such a terrible way. So mind you, all the merit that we dedicate to be a gods or angels or devas or humans with position, power and money brings us nothing, protect us from nothing. Karma is still there, chasing after us, life after life, until somehow it's dissolved, because the strength of karma is it's kind of wind down, or maybe the time has come that the karma is done. So it's no safety at all. For us to stay in the heavens or to stay on earth with all power, merit, whatever it is, it's all impermanent. So it's better we practice like immediate enlightenment, and then from then on, you will never worry about anything else. It's incredible. Even though you done good merit, but if you done bad karma, you must also pay. They don't deduct it. Okay, I have a lot of merit. Why don't you take some of that? And, I'll say, make up for my karma. No, they don't do that. Karma is karma. Merit is merit. That is the problem. Except
accept if you met a master already. Yes. And even then you had karma. Even then you had karma, you still first go heaven. Yeah, because of the master will take you up, huh? Even non-initiate. And from then on, you know, because of that merit, he will continue to have merit, whatever karma just left behind, rotten somewhere. And the Yama is just looking up and drooling. Cannot get him down. Yeah. Remember there was one thief. Told you the story about a thief. Huh? His father said, don't ever go into any temple and listen. Yeah. But then he happened to be at the temple and then he listened. Yeah. One time. And then he heard a sentence say, real God has no shadow. Oh, just remember that. Remember initiation. Probably he just listen to that one. And then one day he continued to do his stealing stuff. And his father tell him he always had to escape. Yeah, he showed him many ways to escape. And it's okay, but one day he was caught. Yeah, and the father told him, even if you're caught, you don't confess, then it's no problem. Nobody can do anything to you. Just say, no, I didn't do it. Okay, so he does that, then he's caught, and then he say, no, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. No, I didn't do it. I wasn't going to steal nothing. No, I have nothing. Look at that. No, nothing. So the people cannot do anything. And then they thought, oh, if we pretend to be the gods, you know, then he would confess. Because he said, I tell you the truth, you know, even if God's here, he would know it. So they said, okay, they test it, you know. And they pretend to be gods, and then they question him, interrogate him. And then they lit the lamp and look mysterious and all that stuff, you know, and in the night and interrogate him. And then he was about to, he's scared, he was about to say the truth because it's in front of God, you know. They make it themselves look majestic and like a god. He was about to confess, and then he saw the lamp shining on them and the shadows on the wall. And I remember in the temples, the real gods had no shadow. So he continued, no, I haven't done it. I haven't done. If you are God, you know already. Don't ask me. So they let him go. They think he told the truth. And from then on, after he died, he went to heaven. Because he has listened to one sentence of that proper initiation. So the person came to him, the person who told him to go in that temple, came to him and said, okay, in a few days, your merit will run out, and they will send you to hell for what you did. So if the judge come and ask, but you still have some merit left, you know. So if the judge come and ask you, you have your merit first, or you want to have your sin punished first? So you will say, I want my merit first. Yeah. And then after he still continued to stay or go higher heaven, then that master continued teaching him, and then he has more merit, and who cares about the sin anymore? Understand? Yes. It's better, safer, to keep in your mind that you want liberation. Yeah? You want the ultimate goal of practice. You don't want to be a god in heaven. You don't want to be a human with rich and power and all that, unless you want it to so. Because you think, unless when you go up there and you see, okay, if I become prime minister of this land, I could help so and so, you know, my relatives, my friends, my countrymen at that time, then okay, your choice. Not pushed down by karma. Yeah. In the old time, why is the Buddha, why did the Buddha always praise or encourage monkhood? Yes, monkhood or nunhood, yeah? Afterward, also nun. Because in the old time, we don't have this videotape and stuff, you see? So only if you follow the Buddha, then you can hear it every day yourself, yeah? And then it remind you to practice, inspire you to continue with your path. And then after you hear all this, because they don't have much, probably they write down, but they have to be there. You see, write down everything, and then learn it, practice it yourself, and then go out and teach other long distance away, which they have no chance to see the Buddha. So he encouraged monkhood. Yes. But I'm telling you also truthfully is that all this teaching from the Buddha, even though he passed away to Nirvana 2,000 many hundred years ago, yeah? But his teaching is still helpful to you, yeah? If you are not practicing Kuan Yin method, or even if you are practicing Kuan Yin method, it's a good reminder to read it. That's why I tell you some of the stories, yeah? I think it's helpful to you to know how precious it is to have human life and to be able to practice the correct method, yeah? Even Buddha has to go to countless lifetime in order to earn it, yeah? Probably you also have gone through some, never know. But the thing is, for example, if I'm not anymore on earth, yeah, and the people who happen to read this teaching that I have, spoken out many years already during the years, and they practice it, they have faith in it and practice it, they will also be liberated. Yes. If they truly, sincerely seek the truth, they will also be liberated. At least to a certain extent, and not go to hell, okay? Not be reborn as punished animals, and not have to suffer many disease or trouble. Understand me? Yeah, okay. And for the same reason, if people who don't have any Kuan Yin method, don't know the light and sound master, and just read the Buddhist sutra and became a monk or something, and truly, sincerely practice what the Buddha taught in the books, and he will also attain at least 3rd level or 4th level. That's a liberate from birth and death and hell. You see what I mean? Then from then on, the good seed will continue to sprout more better seed. So this is very important to live a moral, virtuous life, whether or not you are with the light and sound method. But light and sound method is a highway of spiritual practice. Understand? It's a top. Yeah. It erases, it elevates, criminals' mind even, if they are sincerely repent. You understand? Yeah. They will be elevated. Yeah. And liberated. I cannot keep explaining all kind of yogas for you, yeah? So that you believe and practice. So I just do what I can, okay? And you believe what you do. There's nothing much I can do more. There's a limit of time, space. Like when I go lecture, we have only maybe 4 hours the rent in that place. Otherwise, next one is somebody else, you see? And it's difficult to just rent any place. Sometimes they don't have space available, okay? And my time, I have to go to another country next, etc., huh? And then when you come here, I cannot always talk about different methods. There were thousands of them. It's just confusing you more. So I do what I can, I tell you what I can. I say I have tried many methods, this is the best. But it's up to you to trust me or not trust me, huh? I can accept you, but you accept what I said or not is a different thing, yeah? I cannot force you. I cannot use a magic power to change your mind, or alter your thinking, or control your thought. I don't do that. I don't do this kind of stuff. Some people say, oh, Master, please change my mind, make me more peaceful, make me more beautiful, make me more thinking positive. I don't do that. I can't. You are an individual with God inside. I don't want to change God. I don't want to control God. You have to find yourself, the real God inside. By controlling anything else, which is a God, okay? Then you find the God. And then you know what it is, okay? If I can control all of your minds, it would be easy. No need doing anything. Sit in my room and search. Send all this controlling power to all directions. All the leaders are under my thumbs. All the warring Mongols are subdued. Understand? No good, right? You are born here to experience what you have to experience. And you have to learn by all your own will power and intelligence. I cannot disrespect you, disregard your intelligence, and treating you like a dum-dum, and twisting you around my finger. That is not right, okay? It's not right. If you choose to rolling in the dust life after life again and again, then it is your choice. You have the right to choose. So I just explain to you, I just talk to you, reason to you, and then you choose. Okay? And you choose to practice harder or slower, it's also your choice. Even after initiation, I don't control anything. But you better practice quick. Okay? Go quick. Even if I don't control, even if I don't force you, you do it for your own sake and your 5, 6, 10 generations and the whole world at large. Good.
Yes, because I can see sometimes that the humans, even some of you, so-called initiates, are still very much attached to whatever outside there. Because you do not go inside enough to see the wonder inside. And you just see everything outside. And everything outside is created to make you feel that it's real, that it is all there is. And it's so beautiful and wonderful. Of course, it does look like that. But it is not. And I feel so very sorry for all of you, for everyone, being so bounded here. They are binding you so tightly that you hardly understand. The humans hardly understand where they are and what they're doing. Just like some people who are so engaged in, computer game, internet. I never play it, but I saw some people that are so engrossed in it that they forgot everything else outside. But that is also another illusion within this illusional world. And sometimes they forget. It feels so real. It feels so real that I heard that somebody even leaned on the table and fell down on the floor. But the table is created by computer in a game, yeah? Just like when we go see movies, everything, the big screen in front of us make us so glued to the screen, to the cinema screen, and then we forgot everything else around us, almost. And then we cry with the characters in the film. We hate some of the baddies in the film. And we laugh with some funny scenery in the scene, in the cinema scene.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like that. But this world is bigger than a film. It's bigger than the computer game. And it's more intricate. It's more complex. It's more sophisticatedly made. That's why it is more real than in the film. And we, the soul, has been captured in the so-called also unreal body, but mistaken it for real. And everything became more real. And whatever you want, it will manifest also. And therefore, so many people want many different things. And the games keep changing, the games keep getting more complicated, more intricate, and more real, with each person's desire come into effect. And we cannot, the humans cannot understand that this is just a game. And that's why I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for everyone on this planet. That's why I'm so sorry for every of sentient beings on this planet. Every little false move, your life is in trouble. Even the biggest criminal or any people who are bad, we call bad on this planet, even the worst one, they just play the wrong game. Play the wrong move. Just like in the computer, you have a reward and you have punishment, right, in the game.
Yes, Master.
Is that correct?
Correct, Master.
I imagine so. I have never played any game, but I believe it is so. Sometimes they advertise on TV, like a war game or something like that. And if, of course, if you make a wrong move, you will lose the war, right?
They often get 3 lives in the games.
3 lives. Okay. Well, we have many lives. You just don't know it. 3 lives, you mean you die and come back again?
Yes, in the games they normally give you 3 lives.
Okay, understand. Now, similarly, in this world we are given many lives. And again and again and again we are return to the world, so-called world, to play the same game. Hoping, vowing, wanting to play it right. But we don't always remember how to play it right. And thus, we being punished, being dead or go to hell or whatever is that. Even though it's all fake, but it's real. It's real because your mind cannot differentiate between the real and the unreal. And whatever happened to you, it feels so real, even in hell or in this world or in any wars or any suffering, anything at all. It feels so real because the game is so sophisticated, so highly tech, so that we trapped in the body will feel everything real. Even the astral body, it still has a body, so that's why it's still real. Only when you jump over to the 4th world, at least past the 3 worlds, then the body is more subtle, so that the negative power cannot catch it and cannot punish or cannot make use of you for their amusement in any way. I feel so sorry for everyone. It's just a game, and they just push maybe the wrong button or make a little wrong move, and they lost. And they get punished, they go to hell or whatever it is. Just all game.
And even if you win, so what? You will be also recycled again and again in this world or the next, or became even ghosts, demons, and never get out of that position. Pathetic and pitiful positions, or became again like animals, humans suffering hunger, cold, even not to suffer, birth, old age, and sickness and death. All this pain will plague you life after life. So even if you win, it is a loss in any case.
And I feel so sorry, so sorry. There are no words who can express my sorrowful feeling for all beings that is feeling their suffering so much. Just a game, and they just made the wrong move. They done nothing wrong at all, just a wrong move in a game. And this terrible game go on forever. At least for you, my so-called disciples, please be diligent. Just keep looking inside. Don't care for the outside. Maybe you can enjoy or you can look, but don't feel too attached to it. Always remember the real life is inside. You have a real life, real, true life. This life is not yours. Whatever you see outside is not what it is. So please just try to remember. Recite the 5 names. Keep the gift that I give to you more than your life. Treasure it more than your so-called physical life here. And meditate and remember well. Always pray for protection and for improvement in spiritual progress. Walk inside to go home. Walk back home. There's nothing here for you. Even if you like anything here, sooner or later you have to relinquish anyway. So please just do meditate as much as you can, anywhere, anytime you have time. Save any time for gossip, for Anything that's unnecessary, just to meditate. 1 minute, 2 minutes, they all count. They all add up. Do not bother about the game that's going on in this illusionary world, in this shadow world. Do you understand me?
We understand you, Master. Yes.
Okay.
Very clearly.
All right. Yeah, very good.
And we
very
thank
good.
you for constantly being there for us as the example so that we have that light to follow.
I hope that's what I can do for you. I hope that's what the influence can have on you. More I cannot.
Master, you are the perfect example for us and the perfect guide, and there is nothing more that we need other than to look towards you every moment and keep pursuing the highest and most noble thoughts and actions.
I'm not sure what kind of example that I made that impresses you, but I just hope that it gives you good influence for your spiritual practice and progress, and continue with your spiritual road, your spiritual path, and that you will improve and reach your home soon.
Of course I am there always for you, but you also should always remember where home is. Look inside, okay? See, then you see everything here. There's nothing, all disappear. Nothing at all really exists. So just remember God, remember liberation, remember that this world is shadow. When you really remember, we just want to go to our true home, liberated from here, that's all. Otherwise you get trapped here forever. Many masters comes and go, and some souls are still reincarnated here and there because they did not listen to the master, and being engrossed, being so captured by this illusionary world and suffer all the time. It's not real. It's like a computer game only. And if you make a wrong move, you'll be in trouble. And it's so easy to make a wrong move. So easy because so much distraction, so much temptations, so much things that want to bind you and pull you in the game forever. The computer game, some people say they are so addicted and they cannot kind of stop, but at least they can stop. They stop when they want. They stop when they have to, or when they go to eat, or go to bathroom, or do some of their job, or whatever. But this computer game of the so-called life on earth is so difficult to shut off. So the only way is that going back inside, where the master show you the way to go, and recite the holy name to protect you, and recite the gift to help you to boost more your energy to go up. Okay?
Yes, Master. Thank you so much, Master.
Okay. I wish all of you whatever spiritual wish you have come true, okay? So for your liberation.
Thank you.